G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to Cold Waters with Mags, and welcome back to the South China Sea campaign. So after our last mission where we performed a missile strike on Qingdao, we have been tasked with another mission to intercept a Chinese convoy, an invasion task force in fact, heading for Scaleborough Shoal. Now this mission is not ideal. We've still got the damage from the torpedo hit that we took performing that mission, so we have a problem with flooding at the moment. But it was going to take 12 hours to get back to port and get repairs. The repair time was probably going to be 24 hours on top of that, and as it was, the fleet was only 24 hours out of the invasion point. So we had to make a choice, either let the fleet go and lose the territory, or take on the invasion force despite the battle damage and deal with the flooding while we're doing it, and just hope we don't take any more damage. So at this point, I've already identified most of the fleet. I'm confident with what these ships are, and we're going to start the engagement. Now, I'm engaging from much further away than I normally would. And at the moment, I'm using the sonar pings to work out exactly where to fire these torpedoes. Third one. Torpedoes already preset. Once they activate, they're going to go to the surface, and I'm running them without sonar for the moment, but I am going to likely activate it at some point, because I'll be able to use the sonar pings from the torpedoes to actually identify targets. Or rather, locate targets. So I'm going to change the course on this one slightly. Looks like I've got it kind of off-center, and we might do... There's a slight course change. I don't want to turn too far because I do not want to lose the wires on these torpedoes. Not yet, at least. So yeah, I'm engaging from a much longer range than I normally would. I have not got any more than about a 30-40% solution on most of these targets. The dangerous boats I'm looking for here are the ones that are equipped with sonar, so the ones that are actually pinging me at this point, because, you know, they're going to be able to actually shoot at me, and I have already got damage that I need to deal with. The last thing I need is another torpedo in the water, so eliminate them first. Actually looks quite good with those 3 torpedoes in the water. If I can eliminate those first, the rest of the ships should be unarmed transports, which will be much easier to deal with. But I've got to get rid of these escorts early. So the torpedo is remaining 600 feet at this point. We are on just under 9 minutes of life in each torpedo, which should be more than long enough for them to actually hit their targets. I'm getting another ping down near 4. I have got the left bank of torpedoes ready to go, but I don't want to fire them just yet, because if I have to make any sharp movements, I'm going to break wires on one side or the other, so for the moment I'd like to keep just the torps on one side active. So 4's about to go active. And there it goes. It's now heading for the surface, and it's starting to track targets. Now, looks like the looter's a little off center, so we're going to make, select it here, small adjustment, and just fine tune the paths of each of these torpedoes. 2's pretty close, but we might just tweak it. And 3 is very off-center, so I'll wait till it levels out. Now, there for the direction of travel. Now for the moment, okay, that's interesting. 4 has acquired a target, but there's nothing inside of that cone, so these ships are much closer than they appear to be on sonar. This is a side effect of not getting a higher solution before engaging. These ships are nowhere near as far away as they first appear. Now I'm just watching 4 hit. There it is. Looter's just appeared. It's much closer than I was expecting. Alright. Its countermeasures, it's aware of the torpedo, so at this point the entire fleet now knows it's under attack. Now let's go torpedo 3 and go active with its sonar. We're not trying to be sneaky anymore. Hopefully Right. 4 has reacquired the target. And that is going to be a clean kill. Alright, so first escort down. Active sonar on 3 doesn't appear to have seen anything yet. We should be able to see the Yukon right now. Where are you? And still nothing. Oh, there it goes. And we've got flooding issues, which I knew was going to happen. So ballast to full, planes to full. And that broke our wire. But it doesn't matter, the torpedo's acquired. We've still got 2. No, we don't have 2. So, 2's on its own. Hopefully, it finds a target. We are slowly bringing the depth back up. I knew this was going to be a problem eventually. Let's get these reloaded. Alright, seem to be tracking on the Yukon, and it looks like the first torpedo has changed course, so it seems to have picked up the Chengdu, or the Qingdao. Yukon has been eliminated, so that is another one down. Oh, that's really cool. It's got the armoured vehicles and the trucks on the deck. I haven't seen that before. For a transport, it's got a lot of guns on it too. And the Cheng Sierra 3 has dropped a countermeasure. I have no idea where the torp is at this point anymore either, but the Cheng is still pinging. I'm not sure if that's Chengdu, Qingdao, or Qingdai. It's one of the 3. Shit. Come on, look at the pump room. Get that water level down. As soon as we level out, we're dropping fast. Alright. The problem is, if I start pumping out the reactor space, I reckon I'm going to start flooding in the pump room. I'm not losing water particularly fast here either. Another noisemaker. Sierra 3. So the torpedo's still engaging at this point. I'm just trying to find a balance point here at the moment, so 30 up on ballast. 15 knots. Oh, hello. Well, that hit. Okay. We are slowly going up now too, so I think we've managed to get this under control. 5 up at 15 knots with plus 30 on ballast, and we are slowly creeping up. We've got to watch it, because otherwise we will sink, and we're in about 2,000 feet of water here, so once we get beyond a certain point, we could crush with the hull damage that we've got. Set these 2 torps for surface. I'll wait for the next one to load. Sierra 4 is our next target. Reasonably sure in our contact range with it, so about halfway is good. And send one there and see whether or not we can get Sierra 9 as well. Now Sierra 10 is a merchant, it's actually just a cargo ship, it's not Chinese, it's not a target, I'm pretty sure I've identified that right. I'll have to confirm it later, but for the moment, I'm going to consider that I got it right and just ignore it. Well, try not to put torpedoes too close to it anyway.
Fire control, we've lost the wire.
Oh, damn it. Well, that's a loose torp, and there's not much we're going to be able to do about that. We'll reload. Put a missile in this time. The guaranteed way of getting water out of these compartments is actually to surface the boat. Now, I don't particularly want to do that, but it might become necessary at some point. I have other torpedo tubes ready to go, so we'll stick a missile in. And there goes the other one. Damn it. And we are slowly sinking again. Alright, 10 seems to be enough. We've stopped at 194 feet. So 5 on the planes, 10 on the ballast. And we are pumping out a little bit of water. So providing we stay above 200 feet, it looks like we're going to lighten up, which should allow us to keep this under control. Okay, so that's fun. Now we have 2 live fish in the water that we have 0 control over. And we'll be able to maintain contact with them for a little while yet, but we will lose them soon enough. Well, it looks like we've got a 95% solution on S4, and we are on target for it, so hopefully we won't need to fire another. Now we just play the waiting game. So this is the... oh, there it goes, it's gone active. This is the fun of long-range engagements in cold waters, or really with submarines in general. It takes some time for these torpedoes to actually get to their target. It's why generally in my videos I tend to get a little bit closer to the enemy, because it is more visually exciting, but in this particular situation with this battle damage, that would be a terribly bad idea. Noisemaker is out. Torpedo is maneuvering. As our water level's dropping, we're actually coming up a little bit now, so see if we can stabilize it again. Alright, level we immediately start sinking, so that's not going to pull it. 5 on the planes, and okay, we seem to be holding depth with 5 degrees on the planes, so we are okay there. Torpedo impact. Sierra 4 is now eliminated. That would have woken up Sierra 10. Ship just exploding directly in front of it. Feet still, okay, and we are starting to get flooding in the pump rooms. So we'll switch over to the pump rooms. As soon as we stop pumping the reactor room, it starts flooding again. This is a fun balancing act, isn't it? So we can keep the reactor down, but the pump room's going to flood, in which case we're still going to wind up heavy. 163, 164. Our second torpedo seems to have acquired a target. I have no idea what that target is, but there are countermeasures in the water. There it is, it's Sierra 5. Another countermeasure. Let's track this out. You know what? This boat may have actually managed to dodge the torpedo. If it doesn't come back around and acquire, or it comes back around and picks up the countermeasure, Torpedo is curving back. So depth at 186. Alright, we're still good. Let's start trying to clear that pump room. As soon as we start doing this, so the reactor's going to start flooding again. And it looks like that torpedo may be going to bounce between the countermeasures, so... Tube 3 is clear. Actually, it looks like it's managed to navigate through the countermeasures and has reacquired target. I may have just wasted a torpedo. We have no solution on the target at this point, but Sierra 5 has been eliminated. We had the wrong location on sonar for it, but that was it. Right, so let's adjust 3. That should be good to go for 9, providing 9 stays in a straight line. And active sonar is engaged on that torpedo. Right, depth is still good, but we're fighting flooding in 2 compartments here. Between the pumps and the reactor, I really need 2 damage control teams here. That would be really nice right now. With how far these ships have gone, I'm wondering whether or not I should give up on the torpedoes and we should do a missile volley. I mean, at this point, it looks like we've taken out all the escorts. We've got 2 ships that we have no contact with at this point that are unconfirmed. But being an invasion fleet, that is likely more transports. There is our merchant ship. So yes, we have got 100% or 95% on the merchant ship. It is a container transport and it is not a target. What are some of these brands on the side? We've got Triassic. Looks like it's supposed to be seafood. OCD. Acne. I can't actually read that one. I can't see if that's a G or an O. Passing 300 feet, alright. And we've lost it. Okay. Let's get us to the surface, stuff it. We're going to cavitate, but at this point I think we've taken out all the escorts, so I don't think there's anything to actually hear us cavitating in the area at the moment. Yeah, we're flooded in 2 rooms at this point. No wonder we can't keep our depth. We need to get rid of this water. Just make sure we're past the container ship so we don't get ourselves run over. 15 on ballast, 10 on planes, it's not enough, even at 35 knots. 20's bringing us up. Course adjustment. Yeah, let's reload these to missiles. Alright, this could be a really dumb idea. If those are not transports, then this is a very, very, very dumb idea. Screw it, let's do it anyway. Let's go 30 on the planes, 30 on the ballast. We won't blow ballast. Maintain 35. Let's punch the surface. As soon as we're out of the water, we'll be able to pump these dry, and we'll pop the radar and the pop the masts and see whether or not we can locate the targets that way. Alright, there's our targets. And let's take them out with missiles. One away. Reload and let's make sure we get a good look at this. That's the second ship that I want to hit. There it is. Two away. God, that looks great, doesn't it? Alright, so the pump room is clear. Let's move the engineering team over to the reactor and they can pump the reactor out and they get through all of our flooding. And I'm just going to wait for these next set of missiles to... Wait, hello there. Oh, one missile has hit. See if we can catch the impact of the second ship here. Missile 3 is almost loaded at this point. Where is it? Here it comes. Impact 2. Third missile is away, and we're just waiting for the next one to load. That's another one of the arm transports. It's like a heavy plating on the bow too. It's actually kind of a cool design. Kind of like that. Oh, just listen for the hissing sound of the missile coming in. Come on, where are you? Can't hear anything yet. Oh, that's interesting. Impact. They were trying to shoot it down. That was actually really cool. I like that. And one more left to go. Oh, that's a nice shot too. With the cruise ship in the cargo ship in the background. Unfortunately, I don't think we can actually fire this missile with having the HUD disabled, so I can't take a screenshot of this. That's a real shame. Oh well. Missile 4 away. That does look good. It is so strange seeing it on the surface though. Alright, there's thumbnail material right there. Anyways, let's... You poor bastards. Now we just wait. Once this hits, this should be the last ship in the area and we should be able to exit safely. And there we go. Fourth transport has been eliminated. We didn't take out the neutrals in the area and we've managed to not sink despite the damage that we have already sustained from our previous missions. So, that's that. So, the results of the mission, 9 ships sunk overall. We're still doing good for weapons, so we could feasibly stay out, but with this battle damage, not something that I really want to do. And that was our target, which I was pretty sure it would be. So at this point, it is time to head back to a dry dock and get this damn hull bolted back together, because I don't want to really do another mission where I'm sinking without being shot. And looks like we got the Bronze Star as well, which is always nice. And our newspaper report, South China Sea defended. Scarborough Shoal, South China Sea, a massive coordinated Chinese sea-based landing has been repelled. A DoD spokesperson says the culmination of hard fighting by defending troops and prior significant weakening of the invasion force by US naval units contributed to averting disaster and defeat. Well, it's nice to know I got some credit for it. Anyways, ladies and gents, hope you enjoyed the video and thank you very much for watching. As always, Cold Waters will be returning very soon. And until next time, remember to click that like button, share and subscribe if you would like to see more. And as always, take care.